What's going on, guys? And welcome back to another episode of the Greenzone, the most elevated sports podcast. If you guys like what we got going on here, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Be a friend, tell a friend, share it with someone, pass it along to them, and drop something in the comment. Give us some ideas of what you guys want us to talk about in the future, or if you guys liked what we're talking about here, let us know down there. We'd love to hear what you guys think. Now, let's get into the episode. We are talking about the Cardinals now. Our next little sports preseason review analysis, team by team, who knows, whatever the fuck it's called. We don't really have a name. I'll probably label it something on YouTube. Obviously there's 3 more episodes before this that are coming out, and it probably might change names. Who knows? But yeah, today we're doing the Arizona Cardinals. In my opinion, the dark horse team of the NFL this year. The 2024 version of the 2023 Texans. I think they bat a pop. But let's get into it and why I think so. First things first. This one's kind of gonna be a quick one. I mean, there isn't a ton about the Cardinals. I don't know a ton about them, but the more and more I look into the roster, who they're playing, what they've built in the draft, I'm starting to think they got it. They're playing in a tough division. NFC West is always going to be a battle. You've got 4 contending teams almost every single year, barring injuries. 9 years of that roster is automatically just geared to be insane. The Rams, if Matt Stafford can stay healthy, Sean McVay, they make it a challenge every single year. The Rams always have a team as long as Sean McVay there, and they have a viable quarterback. Even if they had someone like Jared Goff, the only reason why he fell off was his confidence. Sean McVay can be an intense coach, and he wants things done his way, the right way, because he believes that's the key to win. We'll see what happens. The Seahawks, new coach in the building. I definitely think they got the offensive coordinator from Alabama. I think they have a chance to really blossom. Hopefully Gino's the guy. If not, we'll figure that part out later. But the Arizona Cardinals also have a very solid team constructed. And people still sleep on Kyler Murray, but he, at the bare minimum, is a B quarterback. Top 16 quarterback in the league. He obviously, was he a top 10? I don't know about that. Could he show that he has potential to be top 10? For sure. Most definitely. He still has a lot of talent and agility, speed. He's got an arm. He's just a little smaller. Obviously, doesn't make him the most viable quarterback, but the team's built a little bit more to make him successful this year. I do genuinely think the Cardinals have a chance to make mass improvements in their overall team and what their record is compared to last year. And that's not the only time I've heard this take, but I definitely believe that there are people who are far against that take, especially given the division they play in. They are another one of those teams another one of those divisions I could see 4 teams making it to the playoffs. I already said that about the NFC North, but could also see it happening with the NFC West. We'll see what happens. Cardinals draft grade, offseason grade, draft grade, gave them an A. We'll get into why here in a second. And then offseason grade, I gave them an A. I think they double nailed it. They didn't have a lot of glaring weaknesses going into the draft and going into the offseason. And whatever they did, they pretty much solved it, which was impressive. Key notable departures: Hollywood Brown, see ya, wide receiver. I think he signed with the Chiefs in the offseason. So he's with the. Was he with the Ravens last year? No, he was originally with the Ravens. And they traded him. Or they released him. Yeah. So he signed with the Chiefs. So kind of a, bummer. But they made up for it. They definitely made up for it. First overall draft pick, they took Marvin Harrison Jr. out of Ohio State. An absolute dog, son to Colts legend Marvin Harrison, number 88. One of the GOAT wide receivers, in my opinion. But I'm biased. I'm a Colts fan. I watched that dude play. He won us the Super Bowl, so can't say anything bad about him. But definitely one of the better wide receivers to play in the NFL. And his son at this point could be better than him. He has a lot of potential. He has superstar NFL potential, but like they say, 70% of all wide receivers drafted in the first round tend to flame out. Will he be one of them? Barring injury, I don't think so. His talent he was, a 2 to 3 point swinger in NCAA games, which is crazy to think about. With someone like Kyler who has the capability to get him the ball where he needs to catch it. Kyler's a very strong arm and a very accurate passer. It's gonna be so much fun to watch. I cannot wait to see what happens. A lot of people have hate on the Cardinals. A lot of my friends around me do, because I do live in the Bay Area where we have a lot of Niners fans, and I don't like the Niners. So any team not named the Niners in the NFC West, I don't mind seeing winning, and I can definitely see the Cardinals being one of those teams. Other notable offseason acquisitions via, I don't think they traded. I think they just signed Sean Murphy-Bunting. He was with the Titans last year. Previous quarterback for the Buccaneers as well. Great pickup. Mac Wilson, linebacker from the Patriots. And Jonah Williams. Mac Wilson likely could be, fringe starter, but likely a special teamer. Great all-around player. And then Jonah Wilson, offensive tackle from the Bengals. Bengals definitely don't have the best of offensive lines, but to have someone with experience to help Kyler out, I think would be huge. Draft picks. Cardinals had like 10 draft picks in the first 164 picks or something like that. Absolutely just their GM's very smart, man. What's his fucking name? I can't even pronounce it. Mike Oz is something or other. Monty Awesomefort. I said Mike. Monty Awesomefort is a top-notch GM in the NFL. Slept on GM in the NFL, probably not looked at, but made some great picks. Darius Robinson, first round 27 pick. Max Melton, quarterback, second pick, 43rd pick to help a little bit more with the secondary. They got Trey Benson in the third round, who a lot of people think fell. Running back from FSU, I believe. And Christian Jones, offensive line from Texas in the fifth round, pick 162. Some people don't like it. Some people love this pick. Dude has potential to be a starter in the NFL. So, maybe sit for a year or two behind the starters and then progressively get a little bit bigger, get a little bit better, improve your footwork and what you got going on. And maybe we'll see him starting. So overall, I think they nailed the draft. The only thing they really are lacking, is a tight end. That's the only real, I wouldn't call it a glaring weakness, but it's definitely a weakness. Maybe a little bit more veteran presence at wide receiver, but I don't know. The way Marvin Harrison's coming in, Maserati Marv, what is Marv? MHJ? I just think he kind of has that ability, and especially who his father was, how he's played in college, how he's shown him presented himself. I just think he has potential to come out and be a star season one, and really help the Cardinals elevate to where they are competing for at least a playoff spot. I don't know. I don't think they'll win the division. I think that'll be the Niners or the Rams, but I think they have potential to compete for a playoff spot. And obviously, what I wrote down here, key area of concern. Biggest area of concern is going to be health, especially with Kyler. Can he stay healthy? Can he get through a whole season? He's a smaller quarterback. He's only 6 foot, probably short. I think they built him maybe 5'11". He probably ain't more than 200 pounds. Fast as fuck, shifty as fuck, can make plays, but has a hard time staying healthy. Didn't even play most of last season in the beginning because he was still recovering from an injury the year before. But when he came back, really looked spectacular. Put the team on the map, started winning almost too much. The team was like, hey, let's slow down, let's lose a couple more. Heard that a couple of times. So we'll see what happens. I think that's the biggest thing. It's a tough playoff division. Really excited to see what happens with the Cardinals. I won't keep drowning on saying the same thing over and over again. Guys, remember, please like this content. Look forward to the Chargers next. I believe AB, maybe even Dan O'Dirt, Dirty Dan will be with us on that one. And then the Giants to follow that. And that's it. Go hang out, go smoke some fucking weed, and peace. See ya.